Hi, this is Thresden, and this is part 11 of an Elder Scrolls Online Blackwood Collections walkthrough. In the previous episode, we were exploring a Dark Brotherhood sanctuary, and we ended up talking to this guy who was previously accused of murdering the counselors, but Elam Drawls is his name, but it turns out he's not responsible. It's these Waking Flame cultists who are, they worship Mehrunes Dagon, and they're trying to frame the Dark Brotherhood for the murders of the counselors. So the Dark Brotherhood is actually innocent, apparently. Anyway, we chased the Waking Flame cultists. They ambushed Elam Drawls and the Dark Brotherhood, and they made this portal to here Welke, where apparently they're headquartered or something. We went through the portal, and now we're going to try to chase down their leaders and kill them. As revenge for what they've done.
Oh, looks like I'm not the only one who leaves important papers lying about. Give that a read, why don't you?
Alright. High Priest orders. The Wood Elf Archer has been a problem since Black Drake Villa. She and her friends are getting too close to learning the truth of Leyawiin's secret, and they continue to interfere with our efforts to gain possession of the Four Ambitions. Putting them on the trail of the Dark Brotherhood worked for a while. We bought ourselves time, now to finish this. As your High Priest, I command you to follow them to the Dark Brotherhood Sanctuary. Recover the cache Leyawiin hid in the ruins and kill them all. Assassins and Leyawiin mercenaries alike. And once the Wood Elf is dead, see if she still carries the sacred book. I want that tome.
Their High Priest actually ordered them to kill us! This definitely has a sense of Daedric cultism.
Alright, he's not saying anything new there. Now, we need to go over there somewhere. Use Dark Release. That's some kind of synergy that activated there.
That amulet looks important. Better hang on to that.
Amulet. Order of the Waking Flame Amulet. Let's go to quest items. A golden amulet with a rising sun symbol carved into its face. Well, I don't know what Dark Release does, but every time they lay down that AoE right there, I can use Dark Release. Weird. Seems like the enemies are giving me synergies. Okay, so he's laying down a pool of stuff on the ground. That's what's allowing me to do the Dark Release. I guess it breaks me out of the stuns that they're doing. Or else it just does a bunch of damage.
A close approximation of our calling card, but that entire pile is obviously a forgery.
Okay. Alright, I believe you
So
now.
the Order of the Waking Flame killed your counselors and placed the blame on the Dark Brotherhood. Then their High Priest sent his followers to kill us. Care to enlighten me as to what this is actually all about now?
We think the murders have something to do with the secret of the Longhouse Emperors.
All this fuss and bother over an old Imperial secret? Let's review what we learned. The High Priest of the Order of the Waking Flame sent cultists to the Sanctuary to eliminate both my Dark Brotherhood assassins, and you, and the Wood Elf.
And that pile of black handprints is evidence that they were trying to blame you for the murders.
Obviously the cult has someone watching you. They knew exactly when to attack, certain we'd all be in the Sanctuary. Plus, they were after some cache hidden there. So who are these cultists? And how well do you trust your masters in Leyawiin?
Are you suggesting the Mehrunes Dagon cult has spies in Leyawiin Castle?
I'm not suggesting anything. just following the clues. If the cultists are Dagonists, then their high priest is probably a true fanatic. This secret must be pretty important, and most likely pertains to death and destruction. Let's keep searching.
Good idea.
Let's see if something deeper inside this ruin points us to the identity of the cult's high priest. Figure out who they are, and you may learn more about this secret than you ever imagined. Oh, and you still have that amulet. It might come in handy.
Why are you so interested in figuring out who their high priest is?
Because I owe them for besmirching the good reputation of the Dark Brotherhood and for ordering the deaths of my brothers and sisters. And because now, I'm curious. It's like an itch that needs to be scratched.
Do you know anything about the cache? After we were
Let's
so
see if
rudely
something
interrupted?
Because I owe them for besmirching the
Do you
good
know anything about the
reputation of
cache
Dark
mentioned in the
Brotherhood
High
and for
Priest's
ordering-
orders?
No. The orders suggested it was placed in the sanctuary after we abandoned it the first time. We hadn't finished reopening the place, and I hadn't run across any hidden caches. Another mystery, I suppose. Let's keep looking.
Alright, now, can I just jump down? I guess I'm supposed to go all the way to the other side and then climb down? Not gonna do
This
that.
door looks impressive. Let's see what's on the other side.
Can't believe I don't have a sip of health. Didn't I craft a sip of health last time? Alright, so I've got these tri-stat potions. Those will work. Ah, here's a door. Some bookcases. No lore books so far. What's this?
Over here. Voices.
We failed to kill all the assassins, and the Wood Elf and the mercenary are still alive.
Yes. The High Priest isn't going to be happy about that, but we retrieved the cache hidden in the old sanctuary.
With the contents of the cache, the High Priest should be able to determine where to find the first ambition.
Agreed. And we will soon have the location of another one of the ambitions. As just another Imperial Counselor, the High Priest has them all fooled.
Now that's something new. What do you think? Sometimes listening provides the answers we seek. It seems their high priest is actually one of your counselors. That explains how they knew your movements. And they found whatever they were looking for in the sanctuary.
Alright, so it's pretty obvious at this point that it's Vandatia, right? You saw how weird Vandatia acted, how suspicious he acted. Obviously, he's the counselor that has been killing everybody. He's the high priest. Right, sounds like they know where to find one of the ambitions, too, from Leyawik's secret.
I'd rather not know any more about this damn secret. It's cursed. But did you see how they opened that portal? They used their amulet on the pedestal. You still have the one we found. Let's find another pedestal and see if we can follow them.
Alright, let's do it. Alright, I hear somebody fighting. We're supposed to turn right there, but I just want to check out down here, see what's down here. Looks like an alligator. Alright. Oh, my pet is attacking it. You know, this, Boundless Storm, this is useful. Does damage around me. Lets me move faster, but you know, the really good use is that I can light up dark places.
Keep looking. We need to find a pedestal like the one those cultists used.
Yeah, that dark release synergy is great. It does a lot of damage.
That pedestal looks promising. Let's talk before you try to open a portal. This may work. It may not. We may open a portal that takes us to the cultists, or we may open one to some dark and deadly corner of oblivion. Still, nothing ventured, nothing gained. So, ready to try something daring?
I'm ready. What would you suggest?
It looked to me like the cultists used their amulet on the pedestal and opened a portal. Examine the pedestal and see if there's a place to fit the amulet. These Dagonist fools think they've gotten the better of us. Let's prove them wrong. Try using the amulet.
Alright, I'm gonna try, if you'll get out of the way.
Well, we have a portal. Now to find out if leaping into it turns out to be a good or bad idea.
Alright, took us to a different section of Welke.
I told you we were being followed, Acolyte.
Alright, almost there. Alright. Alright, I guess we'll go through the portal. But here we go. Here's something different. Disa tracks Zamzora, some kind of journal. I've already sent word to the exalted high priest. Steward and 3 of the counselors are dead. The steward and 3 of the counselors are dead. Only Counselor Itania eludes us, as the counselor is not currently in the province of Blackwood. I have also sent the documents we uncovered from the Dark Brotherhood Sanctuary. With that information, the High Priest should have no trouble determining the hidden location of the first of the 4 ambitions. Moreover, I have ordered the attack on Leyawiin Castle. Soon the documents kept by the other counselors will be ours. Then the locations of all the ambitions will be revealed. Now I must step out and deal with pests that have entered the ruins. I think we've been followed from the sanctuary. I look forward to showing them the true power that the faithful of the Prince of Disaster can bring to bear when necessary.
We're too late. The location of the ambition was sent to the High Priest. What was that about an attack on Leyawiin Castle?
Preserve the secret. Disastrix Zansora, the time of the 4 ambitions is almost upon us. We must accelerate our efforts, or decades of planning will amount to naught. Emperor Leyawiin hid the ambitions, and was killed before he could inform me of their locations. But he left clues in various hidden caches throughout the Empire. We can also ferret out the portions of the secret that my fellow counselors are aware of before we execute them. And yes, they must die to preserve the secret of the Longhouse Emperors. We will blame the Dark Brotherhood for their murders, thus deflecting suspicion from the Order of the Waking Flame for as long as possible. Besides, I have recently learned that one of Leyawiin's caches is hidden in their former Blackwood sanctuary. Send out our best acolytes. Kill Steward Feral Lupus and Counselors Abor, Valeria, Itenia, Jirik, and Sophus. We may need to murder Leviticus as well. The former chief counselor is too smart for his own good and may realize what is happening and act against us before we can secure the 4 ambitions. I shall also plan an attack against myself, one that will be foiled but will further implicate the Dark Brotherhood. Remember, do not contact me. I shall contact you. Nothing must reveal my true nature until the appropriate moment. In the name of our Lord of Fire and Flood, High Priest Vandacia. There you go, it's Vandacia.
Vandacia is the Order's High Priest. I knew I disliked the man the moment he had me beaten. So, now I know who needs to die for this grave insult to the Dark Brotherhood. Counselor Vandacia, the High Priest of the Waking Flame. But what do you make of that journal entry about the first ambition and an attack on Leyawiin Castle?
They sent whatever they found to Vandacia and apparently ordered the cultists to attack Leyawiin.
They got what they were after, and now they're sending their forces to kill the rest of the counselors. With the other counselors dead, Vandacia will be the only person who knows the secret of the Longhouse Emperors.
It's more than that. Leviticus has documents that reveal the locations of the remaining ambitions.
And Vandacia will do everything in his power to get his hands on those documents. I suppose your course is clear. You need to return to Leyawiin Castle as quick as you can.
And what are you going to do?
I'm going to stick around and deal with a few more of these Waking Flame cultists. I still have a little anger to work off after that attack on my sanctuary. I suggest you return to Leyawiin Castle with all due haste.
You won't come with me to defend the counselors?
I'm an assassin, not a soldier. I've done my part. Now go do yours. When I'm finished here, if Vandacia is still alive, well, then we'll see what we shall see.
All right.
That portal should take you back toward the exit, or to some terrible plane of oblivion. One or the other.
All right, I'm going. Alright, so here's the exit to Welke coming up.
Strike now!
Nothing in the barrels. Oh, there's another player. We're not trying to do anything at this point. We're just trying to get out of here. Alright, so here's where Welke is on the map. We need to go over here and talk to that Argonian that we helped. We'll turn in that quest, get our gold, get our loot. Wait, it's right here? Right here. And then we'll head back to Leyawiin Castle, see if we can get there and save all the counselors for being murdered by Vandacia. After we turn this in, we'll head south to this way shrine here. Go straight to the castle.
The Shadow Scales' remains are destroyed, and we are triumphant. Thank you, valiant traveler. I could not have finished this task without your help.
Will the spirits of the Shadow Scales be safe now?
Indeed. Your actions ensured those remains can no longer be exploited. I am sure were their spirits still present, they would thank you for your efforts. Allow me to extend a more tangible gratitude. Here, for your help.
Got 153 gold and a piece of the Deadlands Assassin set. It's got a maximum magicka enchantment. That's not really good. We want more stamina at this point. But let's see. It's level 11. No, I don't think this is as good as what we've already got. It's a medium piece. Don't really want that.
Before we part, allow me to offer you some wisdom. Remember, as you journey through life, all things must pass in order to begin again. Knowing this simple fact eases pain and suffering. Learn to let go, and what was lost will be reborn.
What's next for you?
I will carry on, as is my purpose as a Niswo. I cannot say for sure where this responsibility will take me next, but change is the only thing that is guaranteed. Whatever path I walk next will be different from the one I walk now.
I wish you luck.
And to you as well. I cannot say where my responsibilities will take me, but I do hope that one day they bring me to you again. It has been a great pleasure. Sithis the Changer is honored today, and the cycle continues.
Alright, let's get back to Leyawiin Castle. I'm trying to think whether the Leyawiin Outskirts Way Shrine or the Way Shrine inside of Leyawiin will be faster. I think the one inside of Leyawiin is faster.
That's not a stew pot. It's my laundry.
What are these people doing?
Get those doors open. We need to get to the counselors.
They're barred from the other side.
Mercenary, you've returned. Everly's attempting to breach the barracks. Go! The Waking Flame cultists created a distraction. And like raw recruits, both Everly and I fell for it. As soon as we left the castle, they swarmed the place and barricaded themselves inside.
Are the counselors still alive?
I'm not sure. By the time we realized the distraction was nothing more than a ruse, the cultists had locked us out. If the cultists harm Leviticus, Vandacia, and the others, I won't rest until they pay.
Counselor Vandacia is a traitor. He's the High Priest of the Order of the Waking Flame.
What? Are you certain?
Yes.
Vandacia has served Blackwood and the Empire before that for more than 50 years. Enough. We need to get inside. Then we can determine the truth of all this. Find Everly by the barracks and assist her.
All right.
Steady. Wait for it. Now we can go in. Let's... Oh, you're here. Oh, thank Ifra you're back. Captain Rian and I... They tricked us. Lured us out of the castle. Now the place is locked down and I don't know if any of the counselors are still alive. I've mucked this up real good.
Counselor Vandacia is behind everything. He's the High Priest of the Order of the Waking Flame.
Vandacia? That traitor! He tricked us! Lied to us! Had his own colleagues murdered! And all to get his hands on a few Daedric weapons? But Lyrinth, the Dremora, she told me that the fate of the world was at stake. We need to reach the counselors.
Does that door lead into the castle?
Yes. The barracks connect to the rest of the castle. Since I dispatched the cultist guards, we can get to the counselors and the legates this way. Let's go, but stay alert. We're not sure how many of those cracked acorns are waiting for us in there.
All right.
Hurry! We need to reach the counselors.
Wait, I have to loot stuff, Evely. If the counselors die, oh well, at least I'll get my loot. Got a recipe for Mazte. Or Mast, however you pronounce it. Empty cabinet.
I can't believe Vandacia fooled us. We won't...
Or that he's in charge of these fanatics.
We
who's
won't
supposed
let
to say-
Councillor Vandacia get away with this. He has to answer for those murders, and we can't let him and his cult get the ambitions. Come on.
Yeah, I accidentally cut off her dialogue there. Well, we couldn't save that guy that he killed. We were too late. Ooh! Khajiit-style crafting motif. Alright, now I can make gear in the Khajiit style on this character. I believe I already had it on my main character, but...
Vandacia,
Sorry.
how could you?
Valeria, with everything at stake, how could I not?
No!
No!
I don't even have my buff food hot hard. And a hot bar, just in case I need to suddenly use it again like I did there. We're off right in the middle of a fight.
Baragon? When did you get here?
I came as soon as word arrived from Councillor Leviticus. I was with him when the cultists attacked, but we got separated.
You know this person,
We have
Emily?
to find Leviticus. Come with us, brother. We need to stick together. Come on! We don't have time to talk to my brother right now. We need to find Counselor Leviticus. If he's still alive, we need to do everything possible to keep him that way. If he's not, then Vandacia has to pay.
So Baragon is your brother?
All week and twice on Fredos. He's also an excellent scribe and an accomplished adventurer, which means he can take care of himself. The same can't be said of Counselor Leviticus. Baragon will fill us in later. Let's go save the castle.
Alright, so if you watch the dungeon DLC walkthrough that I did, you'd already know that, but this character doesn't know that Baragon is her brother.
I knew things were tense, but I didn't think a war would break out the moment I reached the castle. The cultists spilled out of portals like ants erupting from anthills. It was all I could do to get out of the way and reach a place of safety.
You're Everly's brother?
Not only that, I'm the best scribe south of Skyrim. I arrived as quickly as I could, but I was too late to do more than glance at the coded documents. You should hurry, though. Vandacia went after Counselor Leviticus, and he had murder in his eyes.
Oh, no. Sorry, I said the dungeon DLC. I meant the prologue quest. In the prologue quest is where you first meet Baragon. Trying to see if I can grab any lore books here, but there's none coming up. Red meat in a cabinet. Okay. That was funny. We had two clan fears fighting each other. Okay, that doesn't look good. More clan fears. Oh. Didn't mean to hit him. I found the storm right there.
Counselor Valeria. She's dead. We have to keep looking for Leviticus.
Remember, this is the place where we've been meeting with the counselors. Right here. I believe this is it. And now it's been remade for this story chapter. Can't get through there. Gotta go this way.
Vandacia, you traitor.
I will finish what the Longhouse Emperor started, Leviticus. I will set loose the power of the four ambitions. Lord Dagon, hear your high priest. Send forth a champion to destroy these members.
Wow, it said I could use the Oblivion Gate there for a second.
Deal with that creature.
This might sting a bit.
Ow.
Counselor Leviticus, you're alive. Let me get you out of here and somewhere safe.
Vandacia. The bastard fooled us all.
Friend of my sister, come, speak with me. Despite the gravity of the situation, you should know that I was able to decipher a portion of the encoded documents before Vandacia whisked them away.
Did the document tell you where to find the four ambitions?
I'm not sure. I only translated a small bit of the code before the assault began. It mentioned a vault to protect them, which I assumed to mean the ambitions. It's hidden in the Ogel Bok, but I'm not familiar with the term.
Ogel Bok?
Argonian, perhaps? It sounds like it, but I'm not sure. I haven't reported to Counselor Leyawiin yet. Since it looks like he wants to talk to you now, please inform him of my findings. And tell him I apologize I wasn't able to decipher any more.
Alright, I'll go talk to Counselor Leyawiin now. Luckily, he's still alive.
Let Counselor Leyawiin know what I deciphered from the coded document. That the vault that protects them is hidden in the Ogel Bok. I wish I had been able to finish translating all the documents before Vandacia stole them.
So you're really Evely's brother?
Isn't the family resemblance obvious? I was an adventurer myself back in the day, before I became an Imperial scribe. I think that's where Evely gets it. That and from all the books I've given her over the years.
Why didn't Vandacia try to kill you, too?
I imagine he didn't think I had time to decipher any of the coded passages. I barely had a moment to look at the documents when the portals opened and his cultists burst in. Luckily, I'm very familiar with that particular code. It was my specialty.
Good.
Vandacia will
Vandacia.
pay. I swear it.
Counselor Leviticus, you need to rest.
Vandacia. A high priest of Mehrunes Dagon. Has he been a Daedric cultist all these years? I failed to see the signs, and now the counselors. They're all dead. Valeria, Sophis, Eivor, and Chirik.
Vandacia tricked us all. I only learned the truth after events at the Dark Brotherhood Sanctuary.
Yes, of course. The Sanctuary. I suppose this proves the Dark Brotherhood wasn't involved in the plot to murder us. What else did you uncover while you were away?
Vandacia is the cult's high priest, and they know the location of one of the ambitions.
It's worse than that. Vandacia wrestled the documents you acquired from the other counselors away from the scribe. Once he translates them, he may know the location of all four of the ambitions.
Baragon translated a portion. It mentioned the Ogel Bok, but he doesn't know that word.
Ogel Bok? I've heard that term. It's Argonian. I believe it refers to a natural formation deep in the Blackwood marsh. But Vandacia was more familiar with that region than I. I know someone who can help us, though. I believe you already met her.
You know someone who can help us locate the hidden vault?
If the term leads us to the vault, so be it. All we can do is follow the clues we've been given. Talk to Keshu the Blackfin. If anyone can help us navigate the wilds of Blackwood, it's Governor Keshu.
All right.
Did you meet the new commander?
Evely? We gotta go to the Oljel Bach, wherever that is.
Damn. I can't believe Vandacia is a traitor and a cult leader. And he killed Valeria. Almost killed Leviticus. He's been ahead of us the entire time. We can't let him get to the ambitions. We just can't.
Counselor Leviticus recommends we go to Gideon and ask Keshu about the term Oljel Bach.
All right, we have a plan. In the meantime, we saved Counselor Leviticus, cleared the Dark Brotherhood of the murders, and determined Vandacia is the traitor and leader of the cult. You did good, my friend. Here, your share of our compensation.
All right, we got the Waking Flames Bow of Rebellion. I'm not sure if we're going to use a bow on this character, but it's nice to have. We got a skill point and 306 gold.
So, the information from the former counselors points to an Argonian location. Someplace called the Ojel Bach. Vandacia ran off with the documents before we could learn more. Now we need to figure out what it means before his cultists beat us to it.
We don't know what Ojel Bach means or how to find it.
No, but Counselor Leviticus has heard the term. Says it's a landmark in the Solzan territory. The document suggested it's a site connected to the Four Ambitions. Maybe where the weapons are stored? We need to consult with an expert on that region.
Do we know an expert?
Governor Keshu of Gideon.
Right.
Counselor Leviticus says she knows the swamps and bogs of Blackmarsh like the back of her hand. So, can I count on you? Will you come with me to Gideon to talk to Keshu the Blackfin?
I'll go with you to Gideon to talk to Governor Keshu.
We'll meet up in Gideon. We can talk to Governor Keshu there. She has to know about this Ojel Bach thing. She has to.
What can you tell me about Keshu?
Just what I've heard. She emerged from the Black Marsh swamps and made a name for herself as a freedom fighter. Battled Dark Elf slavers along the Morrowind border. When the Akaviri invaders arrived, she took her soldiers and helped save Windhelm.
When did that happen?
About 10 years ago now. Defeated the invasion and helped form the Ebonheart Pact. Even commanded the Pact army during the start of the Three Banners War.
Okay, I believe...
Then one day, she turned in her commission. Came back to serve as governor of Gideon.
She may have already told us this before. Anything else I should know?
Keshu's progressive as far as Argonians go. I hear she has an interest in the history of the Argonians, but she genuinely seems committed to creating an open and enlightened community for all people in Gideon. Actually, I can't wait to talk to her.
Were you surprised by Vandacia's treachery?
Now that you mention it, very much so. He was a member of the Elder Council. His name was on the list of people that knew Leyawiin's secret. I thought I was supposed to protect him, keep him safe from the murderer. But he was the murderer.
Yeah, where is Vandacia now?
After he killed Valeria and grabbed the coded documents, he ran. He could be anywhere. He's had decades to establish the Waking Flame and set up hiding holes. But he's after the ambitions, same as us. We need to find the hidden vault before he does.
Alright, what do you know about Gideon?
What did the spinners say? Oh yes, it's one of the 8 major cities of Blackmarsh, but its proximity to Cyrodiil makes it more imperial than Argonian. In fact, Vandacia represented the Empire in Gideon for decades. Until, well, you know.
Was Vandacia in charge of the city before he revealed his connection to the cult?
No, more of an advisor of sorts. Like the councillors here in Leyawiin. Governor Keshu is the leader of the city. When Vandacia revealed himself to be the head of a Daedric cult, well, that pretty much put an end to his government service.
Right. So, this is interesting. The hooded figure has now appeared to us. Let me go ahead and take this. We got a bag space upgrade. We've got another dungeon in the Dungeon Finder. And let's go ahead and morph low slash to heroic slash. This will give us minor heroism, increasing our ultimate generation. And it's a stamina ability. Of course, they're all stamina abilities. Okay. And I've got another skill point. Not sure how I got that, but I can now morph Restraining Prison. I may put this back on my bar. Sorry, I can morph Encase into Restraining Prison. So this will now give us major vitality, increasing healing received, and increases immobilized duration as the ability ranks up. So this will be really useful for dungeons. So the hooded figure has now appeared to us. Originally, you had to go to the core game areas to find her, but she starts the main quest from the core game.
Greetings. My benefactor wishes to speak to you about a matter that could affect the fate of our world.
What does your benefactor want?
If my benefactor wished to discuss details in the open, why send a messenger? The matter is for your ears only.
Where can I find them?
A passenger cabin in the interim suitor down at the docks. Do not tarry.
I'll seek them out. Can we seriously meet with the person here in Blackwood? That would be amazing. Main quest, Soul Shriven in Cold Harbor. Talk to the benefactor. It's in Welke Guard. Okay. So, what if we look in Blackwood? It just tells us to leave the town. To leave Gideon. Sorry, we're in Leyawiin now. And we can go to the Leyawiin docks. Surely it's not going to let us go to Cold Harbor from here. Okay, so it's just going to send us to Elden Root. So let me just show this right quick, how you do this. If you want to start the core game storyline, this is how you do it. Alright, now where's it telling me to go? All the way down there. Okay, so that's too far away. Let me head back to Blackwood right quick. Alright, so depending on which faction you play, in my case, I'm playing an Aldmeri Dominion character. So I have to go to Auradon, to Welke Guard, and then right here on this boat, you could talk to a guy who is supposedly the benefactor, and then he's tied up and has his mouth covered up with cloth or something. You can't talk, it's a trap. You get hit over the head, you get sacrificed, and sent to Cold Harbor, which is an Oblivion realm, and that begins the core game storyline. We're not going to do that because we're going to focus on the Blackwood storyline, but that's how you do it if you wanted to go do that. And that's going to be all for this episode. In the next episode, we'll try to get ready to start running Dungeons and Battlegrounds, and then while we're doing those, we will try to clear out some of these quests that we picked up earlier, like this one with the Argonians, or this one with the traveling dancers. We'll try to clear those out, and eventually we will go back to Gideon and talk to Keshu the Blackfin and continue the main story. So that's all for now. Thanks for watching. See you next time.